Married couples who sleep in separate rooms, why do you do this? My grandparents do this. My grandfather built a small apartment on the second floor of their house. They do it because they have different sleep schedules and in general they spend much of the day apart because they like it that way. But they always eat lunch and dinner together, and my grandfather loves to listen to her soft footsteps throughout the day. He calls her the woman next door. It's really cute. My husband snores so badly. He's done 2 sleep studies and used every nasal strip and spray on the market. Nothing helped. We were honestly on the brink of divorce because of how little sleep we were getting. But then our kids wanted to get bunk beds and share a room. My husband moved into the spare room, making it his own, also getting his super firm mattress he prefers. Honestly, it saved our marriage. Sleep is incredibly important. When you are well rested, little things don't blow up into big things. It seems odd, even to us, but we try not to worry too much about it. I'd argue we're more connected now than we've ever been. Girlfriend's parents do this. They both snore and do it to get away from each other snoring. I didn't think it was that bad until they talked about having to sleep in the same bed during their trip in Europe. They were at each other's throats because if one fell asleep, the other couldn't. LOL. I do this. I am an absolute terrible person to share a bed with. I snore like a passing semi-truck and apparently, I'm told, flail wildly in my sleep. When we first got married I kept waking up to an empty bed. She would join me for an hour until I was asleep, then retreat to the couch. After a week or 2 I got fed up and just went to the couch first. Then started several months of us trading off for the couch. Eventually I just went and bought a twin mattress and tossed it in the office. That became my bed. And when we got a bigger house, I just set up in a separate room. We have 2 20-pound pups and a queen-size bed was not enough. They just take over. About a year back we kicked the dogs out of the bed and although we missed them initially, it was the best thing we did and wouldn't go back. It isn't easy and lordy they will howl about it for a couple of hours, but they adapt to the new system. Good luck and good sleep. We sleep in separate rooms to stay married, but for different reasons. A few years ago my husband did something incredibly stupid. I don't really want to go into details, but it jeopardized our marriage and we're never going to financially recover from it. I couldn't stand to look at him, and something as intimate as sharing a bed was right out. Having my own space was honestly the only thing that kept us together. Our marriage is in a better place now, but I've learned to prefer sleeping alone. He snores, he kicks if you come to bed after him, we like different temperatures, different noise levels, different blankets, different mattresses. It's just easier this way. Friends of mine do this. She doesn't like him and feels he's a terrible husband and father. He won't divorce her because it'll cost him his standing in the church, which is the only level of social prestige he has. He's verbally abusive and initially she did it as a wake-up call to encourage him to listen up. It's going on its 4th year. I've been married for 22 years. Got married young and in the military, we actually went the distance. Marriage is about sharing your life and happiness with someone else, and feeling like you can rely on them long term. It's not about being up there 24/7 and feeling uncared about when the other one has their own going on. And in that vein, it's the end of the day, you're tired, just want to get to bed. To have somebody else there literally every single night who has different agendas and time schedules just sucks. And speaking of sucking, there is no shortage of booty calls from down the hall when the call of the wild comes. We joke about just leaving some money on the nightstand. It's great. I got old and fat. Fat people snore. She appears to like me enough to stop short of murder. For now, losing weight lately so we can get back to normal. My wife needs approximately 78% of a king mattress to be comfortable. I've woken up halfway on top of my end table. I snore like a chainsaw. 2 beds is very necessary.